Yo, I'm glad you liked the song. Let's see, how'd it go? Like, don't you ever stop and think sometimes? Could have been us, could have been wonderful, yes, oh yes. Found a new love in your life. Could have been us, could have been wonderful, yes, oh yes. Something about it don't sit right. Could have been us, could have been wonderful, wonderful, yes. Something like that.
Hey, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing okay. Guys, this is something that I've always wanted to do to have a conversation with a pastor. Um, but before I start, please let me know if you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me okay so we can get started. Let me know that my microphone is working great. Hi, hi, hello, hello, hello. Okay, guys, some of you may know or may not know. I was making my way to becoming a priest in the Church of England. I grew up in Nigeria. I started going to church from as early as I can remember. I was a church girl. I was a church girl. Didn't know any other life. I did not know any other life. I didn't know that there was a thing like not believing in God. I thought that everyone somehow had a belief in God. And yeah, well, here I am in my 40s, no longer a church girl, and now speaking up against the ills of church, ills of faith, the ills of religion as a whole. And so, one of the conversations that I've always wanted to have is a conversation with a pastor, preacher in his own right. So, this is going to be a respectful conversation. It's not a gotcha moment. Oh no, 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 no. Because this gentleman, he is, hey L, how are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Right. So, um, please join me as we welcome Evangelist Michael Kende. Hello, Evangelist.
Hi,
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. It's evening here,
Hey,
and
Karina.
I hope we're all doing good. I'm good. I'm great. I'm doing great.
Can you maybe just move closer to your microphone?
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Um, yes, I can.
All right.
Wait, is it me or what? Hold on, just 1 second. It might be
Okay.
my. Yeah, go on and speak. Say something.
Okay. I said I'm
Okay,
doing very great.
that's is it. Good evening, and how are you?
I'm fine. And how you doing
And
too?
I'm all right, thank you. I mean, today's Sunday. I since I don't believe in God, I haven't gone to church today. Have you been to church today, sir?
Yeah, I've been to church today.
And how was the service today?
It was great. Actually, I fellowship in two different places.
Oh, two different churches today.
Yeah.
Why two different churches?
Because I had to minister in two different places to two different group of people.
You had to go and preach in two different places.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I hope you don't mind me asking, do you get paid to preach?
No.
You don't get
Preaching.
paid to preach.
No, 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 no. I don't get paid to preach. Preaching is
Wow.
not a business. It's not a
I
business.
know. I know. Okay. I mean, what I'm trying to say is,
Okay.
okay, let me take that question back. Do you
Okay.
get honorariums? Do you get honorariums for preaching?
What do you mean honorarium?
Like something for your time?
No. But in some cases, let's say if people, maybe I had to travel far distance, attending a program. At times, maybe my transport is being catered for and all that. My
Right.
transport and my accommodation, all that.
Okay. So they
Yeah.
take care of your transportation and your accommodation. Because the reason why I'm asking is, you see, for somebody like me, I want to know, what is the benefit of serving God?
All right.
What is the benefit of serving God? What is it that I can look at a difference between you, sir, and myself? Like today now, I relaxed, chilled in my house. Well, I did take care of a few business, right? A few, when I say business, I mean a few chores. Went out, did shopping for the home,
Okay.
taking care of the boys, right? And everything I've done today, I've done for my own, it's been for my own benefit, right? But you are serving God and out there serving the people. I would think that that would be somehow worth something to you, sir.
Okay. Um, First and foremost, personally, I believe that my existence doesn't end here. So, whatever I'm doing today or whatever I'm doing here, I'm on an assignment.
Okay.
And yeah, when you are being sent, you represent the one that has sent you. So eventually, when you get the work done as expected, there's a reward after this word. So the profit or the advantage of serving God is beyond time. When I say time, it's beyond here. It's beyond this world because this is not our end. This is not our beginning. Okay, so
Sir, this is one thing me and you we're going to disagree on.
it's all
We're going
right.
to disagree,
Yeah.
but respectfully so, respectfully. Um,
Okay.
there is no evidence of when we die afterwards. There's nothing there. So far, so good. I've not seen anything.
Sorry.
There is no evidence that after we die, anything is going to happen. We're not going anywhere.
Okay. You want a proof?
No, I'm not asking you for proof. I'm just saying, from what I have seen so far, I've not
Yeah.
seen any proof for it.
All right. Now, when you sleep, do you have a dream?
Yes, I did dream.
Okay. Now, does your that happens where?
In in my on my bed, in my space, in my
Okay.
reality.
Okay. You mean when at times you dream you travel?
I don't travel to anywhere. I'm on my bed sleeping.
Yeah, but you just said you dream at times.
Yes, I do dream. Yes.
Okay. Can you share with me some of your past dream?
Okay. So some of the dreams that I've had, maybe many times when I wake up, I don't really remember the dream. I would wake up and okay, it's just all over the place. Just funny, funny dreams. um I'm going somewhere and I see some people that I know, um they just having a party or something like that, where we're fellowshipping, not what fellowshipping, but just gathering together. I just see myself in some weird places, and
All
that's
right.
it. And then I
Okay.
wake up.
Okay. So, what do you have to say to that? Why you're on bed, right? And you
Yes,
find
I'm on my
yourself
bed.
somewhere else. And you find yourself
Mhm.
somewhere else.
Yes.
As, okay.
I don't find myself somewhere else. This is
Okay.
just what is happening while I am asleep. I don't go ahead to find myself there. I don't make my way there. It's just something that happens. I've got no control over it.
Okay. You got no control over it.
No.
Okay. Now, the same way in life that when you leave this place, what happened thereafter? You got confused. You got,
we are not leaving this place.
okay. Okay. Let me ask you, do you believe in spirit realm?
No, I don't.
So, okay. How did you come to be?
Mom and dad, my mom and dad,
Okay.
my mom and
How did
dad,
your how did your mom and dad came to be?
the same way like me, on and on and on and on and on.
Okay. So it doesn't have beginning.
There might be a beginning, but I don't know what happened in the beginning. I don't know.
Fine. I'm okay with that. You don't know.
I don't know what happened in the beginning.
Okay. So your um, belief or what you think is basically built on what you don't know. Am I right?
Some things I do know, like I know who my mother and father were. I know
Okay.
who those two of them were. Yes.
Okay.
Some things I know, and some things I don't know.
So that means you don't have 100% a knowledge of everything.
Oh no, nobody does.
That's all right.
Nobody
So,
does.
so now back to your question that you don't believe that there's a life after this place.
No. There's
Now,
no evidence. There's no evidence that there is a
and I
life after
just
this
I
place.
just show you one. I just show you one that did you dream? You said yes, you dream. And
Yeah, but
in that dream, you see yourself. I mean, the you that you used to know,
mhm.
right? While you are still on bed, while you're still on bed, now you are meeting with other people somewhere, maybe having a party, you know, series of that and all that. So, isn't that a proof that when you eventually sleep one day and don't wake up, the way you see yourself at times in your dream somewhere, you're going to be somewhere too.
Okay. Um. So dreams, dreams are a product of our brains.
All
Dreams,
right.
dreams are from the brain. These are functions of the brain,
Okay.
and this is when you are in a state of subconscious,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Mm.
So anything I dream is very much related to my lived experience. So anything I'm seeing in my dream is very much related to the places I've been, the people I talk to, the experiences I've had. I can't go and be dreaming that I am in the Bermuda Triangle, for example. I don't know what that's like. I don't know, where that is. I don't know a thing about the Bermuda Triangle. So
Mhm.
I can't, if I dream that I'm in the Bermuda Triangle, I won't even know that's the Bermuda Triangle because
Okay.
my in my lived experience, my own experience here when I am conscious, I've never been to the Bermuda Triangle.
Okay.
So yeah, dreams are a product of your brain.
Okay. So please go ahead.
Okay. Well, that's not what I even wanted to talk about. Okay, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Which aspect of myself do you want to know? Ask question. You
When
know
did
my name
you?
already.
Yes, I do know your name. When did you give your life to Christ, sir?
Okay. Um, I gave my life to Christ December 2nd. Hold on. Just a
Okay,
minute, please.
no worries, no worries. You need to meet yourself,
Okay.
guys. If you're watching and listening, please make sure to give this stream a like. Thank you very much. Thank you. And guys, please do share your thoughts in the comment section. Let's see what you all are saying. Share your thoughts in the comments. And immediately after this, I've got another stream which you all might be interested in. In fact, you should tune in. It's a stream about Islam, talking about Islam. So after this one ends, I'll be doing that one. Yeah. So evangelist.
Yeah, sorry, just a moment, please.
It's okay. It's okay. I can continue just talking to the folks while you're busy doing that. No worries. Okay. Elle, are you still there, Elle? And Karina, both of you still there? Are you guys still there? We're just waiting on Pastor Evangelist. Oh, guys, I need to I don't know if I told you all that I got a copyright strike from YouTube the other day. Um a particular pastor gave me a copyright strike. And so of course I wasn't going to take it lying down. It was a 90-second video. 90 seconds. A copyright YouTube gives a copyright strike for a 90-second video. And so what did I do? I decided to challenge it. Challenged I did. And they said you have to wait 10 days. The other party, the pastor, has to show proof that they're taking me to court. If they don't produce that evidence or that proof that they're taking me to court, they'll have no choice but to reinstate my video. I was waiting to see whether pastor was going to take me to court, sue me for a 90-second video. That would have just been amazing. That would have been something, right? Hey, Paul Scotland, hey. And so, in fact, I was looking forward to it. I'm going to have my day in court, ish, because I was well within the boundaries of the copyright. Well within. It was only 90 seconds. I mean, how much damage can I do to a whole pastor in a 90-second video of his? Well, YouTube came back. They've taken away the copyright strike, thankfully, and they've reinstated the video because pastor could not go ahead. So now, listen, that pastor, he's in trouble with me because we are going to. You're just giving it time just to let it stew a little bit. Let's let the air settle. Now we will go further into this particular one, right? But for now, yeah. So yeah, just wanted to share that with you. Copyright strike. Oshi, hello, good to see you, Oshi. Yeah, copyright strike. No more copyright strike. Hey,
All right,
are
sorry
you ready,
for.
sir?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Are the church people contacting you or they need
No,
pastor's help?
no.
Okay.
The question you just asked me is personal, so
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So you gave your life to Christ.
it's yes, I gave my life to Christ
That's okay.
second second December 2009. That's about 15 years ago.
15 years ago. And now, are you a pastor or an evangelist or what position do you hold now?
I pastor a church.
Okay.
I pastor a church, but I'm an
Okay.
evangelist by calling.
So you're a pastor as well as an evangelist.
Yeah.
Ah, fantastic. And how many people would you say that you have won over to Christ?
Frankly speaking, I've lost
You
count.
don't know. That
Yeah.
many?
Yeah. Because I organize crusade, I attend church programs, I go to schools, and
Schools.
I do personal one-on-one evangelism. So I've lost count.
When you say schools, what kind of schools do you go to?
What kind of what?
What kind of schools do you go to? Primary,
School, school,
secondary?
school, school, where people have formal education,
I
secondary
know,
school.
I know. Is it primary school or secondary
No,
school?
no, 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 no.
Which school? What kind of school do you go?
Secondary schools.
Secondary schools. Okay, okay. Yeah, because I think that children, I personally have a problem with introducing religion to very young kids.
Okay,
I
let me
f-
ask you a question on that.
yes, please.
Right now, what do you introduce your children to?
Both of them, they don't believe in God the same way that I don't believe in God. In
So,
fact, my elder son, he's 21. When I was a Christian and we would go to church, I tried everything to force him to accept Jesus Christ as his Lord and Savior. I did everything in my power, but he never believed in Jesus. He never bought into the Jesus belief at all. He read the Bible and said the Bible does not make sense to him at all. So that's my older one, the older one. My younger son, 9 years old, he was 9 when he came to me and said, I was getting him ready for school. And he said, Mom, I don't want to be a Christian anymore. I said, Son, why not? He said, he learned about Jesus's death, the death of Jesus. And it was a very horrible death. He learned that Jesus was beaten and all these things, and there was a lot of blood everywhere. He said, Mom, you know I don't like blood. I said, yes, I know you don't. And then he said he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be a part of that. I was in panic mode. I said, what? You have to be a Christian. You have to be already the first one. That one doesn't believe. Now this little one now is coming and telling me he doesn't, but it made me go back and think, because 9 year old, how do you tell a 9 year old child, sir? How do you tell a 9 year old that Jesus loves you and he sacrificed himself for you? He was taken in that kind of horrific, barbaric manner. How do you tell that to a child? They won't understand. They won't know what to say and what to do. How do you say somebody loves me and the person is taking their life for me? If you love me, you stay alive. You don't die. You stay alive and not have yourself sacrificed. So anyway, he was struggling with that, and it got me thinking as well that my son has a point. But as the Christian mother that I was trying to tell him, no, 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 you have to be a Christian. You have to be a Christian. And I went back and, started asking the question, why do I believe what I believe? What is the reason why I believe in this particular Jesus? Is there any evidence to believe in this particular religion, in this particular God? So, my son was actually instrumental in me becoming an atheist today.
so you were unable to win them. They won you.
Unable to. Thankfully, I wasn't able to.
So then they
I am.
eventually they won you.
They
They
didn't.
get
They
you to
didn't. They
they
didn't
get
intention. They didn't intentionally try to win me. No, they didn't intentionally try to win
yeah,
me.
I
But
understand. So they
yeah,
eventually get you to believe what they believe.
they don't believe. They don't believe. So now we don't believe.
No, everybody believe.
No,
hold on. They don't believe there is God.
No,
Do you get what
they
I'm saying?
don't. They don't believe
They
there is
don't.
God.
They don't believe there is God.
Yeah.
That is actually believing there is no God.
No,
Do
that's
you?
not believing there is no God.
Yeah, that they believe there is no God.
No, that
Okay,
is
they
not
believe there's
believing
God.
there is no God. They do not believe there is God. They do not believe there is God.
So that means they believe there is no God.
They do not believe there is God.
Okay, they don't believe there is God.
No, they don't.
That means they believe there is no God.
You can't believe in something that is non-existent. You can't believe in a nothingness. You can't
No,
believe in a
you no. I think that is where some people are getting it all wrong. Every man believes in something.
no. Well, we can have belief in things, but
Okay,
how can you believe in a God that you have never seen, a God that you have never felt, you've never touched, you've never heard, you've never? It's a nothingness.
all
There is
right.
nothing there. There is nothing to
Now,
believe
now,
in.
now, now, let me
Faith,
see.
maybe you can have a faith. You can have faith that there is
Okay,
something there, but you can't believe there is no God. No, that's not how it works.
okay. Now, how did you
Okay, let
become
me
a
let me let
Christian?
me ask let me ask the people in chat. If anyone is listening, please let me know. Can you believe there is no God? Is that how it works? Because as far as I know, you believe. I mean, how does it work, people? Let's see.
Okay. Now, how did you become a Christian when you were one? You used to be one.
My parents were Christians,
Okay. So,
so I went to church all my life.
okay,
Um, yeah, we went to Deeper Life Church,
okay,
and this is why me and you are talking today, because you have that connection to that particular church.
okay,
And yeah, introduced to, before we went to the Deeper Life Church, we started off in Presbyterian Church. I remember still a youngster, and every Sunday go with my parents. um yeah, i I still remember giving my life to Christ at a very tender age.
okay. When you say you gave your life to Christ, what happened that day?
They showed us this very horrible movie, very scary movie,
Okay,
frightening, very terrifying.
okay,
um it was called The Burning Hell.
okay,
They showed this movie of what will happen to people when you pass on to the other side.
okay,
And you could see the 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 events. We had the film night, and after watching that place, they now made an altar call and said, if if you die, where will you spend your
eternity.
eternity? Where will you spend your afterlife? Right? If you die in your sleep tonight, where are you going to go for your afterlife?
Mm,
Do you want to go to that place that you've just seen, or you want to go and spend it with Jesus? If you want to give your life to Christ, come forward now. Now, while there is grace, the grace
mm.
is sufficient for you now. As youngsters, me and my sister, we went out and gave our life to Christ with tears in our eyes. We were still very young, 7, 8 years old. Today, I look at that experience as child abuse.
Okay. Now,
Today, I look on that experience as child abuse.
a moment,
Hey,
please. Do you know
Travis.
why?
It's okay.
Do you know why I
It's
ask you
okay.
that question?
Yes. Why did you ask?
Salvation is not shedding tears. You see, what the reason why you actually came out that day is because you were afraid of what you saw. It's a kind of emotional feeling, and that is far from salvation. See, you know that you see a horrific sight, video, visual, what have you, and you get, you know, kind of, uh, sorry, I'm trying to read what Postacha say. You can believe that there is a God, you can believe that there is no God, or you can say agonistic saying, I don't know. So did you hear that? You can believe that there is no God. Did you hear that?
Okay, you can believe that there is
That there
no
is no
God.
God. Yes.
Well, in my own case, I wouldn't say I believe there is no God.
All right. So now,
I
back to
would
what I was
say,
saying.
I would say, in my own case, I would say that okay, no, okay, no. Let me pause on that because I
Okay.
might shoot myself in the foot. I might shoot myself in the foot. Okay, I believe there is no God. All right, because
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to make a bold statement, but no, let me hold back.
Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. You know, the challenge with Christianity, when Christianity, if you don't know what Christianity is, there's possibility you mistake going to church for being a Christian. There's possibility you mistake coming out, shedding tears because of what you've seen for being a Christian. You know, these are emotional stuff. And I hope you remember that during Michael Jackson, in those days, why we were still in the world, we were still of the world, you know, you see Michael Jackson coming out to perform and people are crying. It's emotional feeling, right? It's far, far different from being a Christian, of one giving his life to Christ. Giving one's life to Christ is an experience, is an encounter. And until that happens, you know, it's easy for you now to begin to think that there is no God. And you
Okay,
see, yes, it's just like,
can go on, go on.
okay, it's just like it is difficult for you to convince a woman that carry a pregnancy for 9 months, right, and go through childbearing. It is difficult for you to convince that woman that women don't give birth because she has the experience. It's an experience. And when you have it, you will know beyond every reasonable doubt that it's a reality. It's not, you know, some people read the Bible, they listen to what people say, they go ahead and share the same thing, but they themselves are yet to have that experience. It's an experience, and until the experience takes place, you know, you begin to measure Christianity based on your experience with people. Let me tell you this, an average atheist, I hope You get
I'm
what I'm
listening.
saying? And
I'm listening to you.
yes, and an average atheist become one because they experience, you know, negative or negativity from people they felt they follow God. So they believe that if this man is following God and is doing this, you know, he's been, maybe they felt their human rights has been tampered with, they felt they've in one way or the other be affected by the practice of that man. They begin, it affects the way they reason, and it brings them to the point that they said, there's no God. If you have experienced Christ beyond reading book, this is it. You must have that experience yourself for you to know what it means to be a Christian.
Can
I,
I
I,
can
I
I can I ask you a question?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Can a child give their life to Christ? An 8-year-old child, an 8-year-old child, can they give their life to Christ?
Well, when it's one thing I believe, because for me, I'm a Christian, and the code of my conduct is the scripture, is the Bible. That means the basis of whatever I say, the basis of whatever I believe, is from my code of conduct, which is the Bible. And the Bible says, with God, nothing is impossible. So if I'm to stand with that, I'll tell you, yes, it's possible.
Okay. At what age? What is the age of accountability?
All
What
right.
age? What age are children accountable for their sins?
You will agree with me that not all children have the same level of development. Is it true?
I agree.
Okay. So based on that, we can't have a specific date. Yes.
Okay.
We can't generalize it.
But 8-year old though. 8-year old.
Yeah. An eight year
An eight
old,
year old.
an 8 year old whom have uh, some level of I'm looking for the right word to use now, who has some level of maturity, it's possible. And at times, a boy of 10, a child of 10, may yet to get to that level. You just agree with me now that we can't generalize it.
No, I agree that we cannot generalize children,
Yeah.
but 8-year-olds have no business giving their lives to Christ. None at all. An 8-year-old's mind is not developed. An 8-year-old's they are not physically, mentally, emotionally capable of processing that
Okay.
kind of information. Receive
Let me ask
Christ
you.
into your life, or you burn in hell, and all these things and things and things. Because
Let,
I
let,
described to you how
let me ask
I
you.
became a, well, so-called
Okay.
introduction to.
Let me ask you. If your 8 year child behave in a way you don't expect, do you correct that child?
Absolutely, I do,
Why?
because I would like for them to behave right.
Okay. So that go to answer your question. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 6 says, train a child in a way should go. You know, that stage, they have been under formation, and whatever you put in them, talking about moral standard, what have you, six, right? But
Not
this
necessarily.
experience of,
Not
sorry,
necessarily. Not necessarily. There's many people that went to church with their parents and they're no longer Christians. No. The people that started off going to, mosque or whatever, started up, and they grow older and decide this religion is not for me. They decide I don't want any of this, and they walk away.
Yes, because they've all along been religion, not a Christian.
What is the difference? What's the difference? Religion and Christianity. I thought that Christianity was a religion.
Yeah, you see, Christianity is not a religion.
Oh, Christianity is a religion, sir.
It's not.
Okay, hold on. Let me show you this. Okay, definition of religion. Religion definition. Right. Let me show you this here. Present. Everyone, please don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up, up, up. Don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up, please. Okay, so wait, how do I make this bigger now? No, that's not it. Never mind. Anyway, so according to this, it's a belief in and a worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially a god or gods. So, sir, do you have a belief and do you worship a god or god? Well, a god. Do you do that?
Okay, your question is if I believe in God.
Mhm. That's the definition of a religion is one who worships
Okay,
one a belief in and the worship of a god.
now worship of a God,
Mhm.
is it capital G or
There's a capital G worship, especially a god or god. So either one, whether it is God or it is just big God,
is
still
that right? Is
falls
that
under
this is it?
religion.
This is it. This is it. Um, when you become a Christian,
Hmm.
you are to express divinity through your humanity.
You express divinity through your humanity.
Yes,
How does that
that
work?
is a Christian. A Christian, Christian, Christ like,
Christian.
Christ like, Christ like. In Acts 11:26, they were first called Christian in Antioch. And the people that even call them Christian, they are non-believer, they are non-Christian. When they observe their life, the way they behave, the way they talk, the way they live their life, their relationship with people, they come to agreement that these people had met with Christ, they've walked with Christ. So they are little Christ. So a Christian is actually a small, a little Christ. So he's not living for himself, he's living for Christ. He's using his humanity to express divinity because Christ
Wait,
is divine.
are you saying that Christ is living through a Christian?
Yes,
Why? Christ already came, he's lived his life, and he's gone. Why does he want to
Christ,
now live his life again? Why does he want to live through Christians? Makes no sense to
Christ,
me.
Christ is God.
No, I disagree.
Okay.
Anyway, this is not, you see, the reason why I wanted to have this conversation with you is so that when you told me that you were a pastor of one of the churches that I grew up in, um, that church did me a lot of damage. That church did. And I just wanted to explain to you just a little bit about that. And this is not anything to do with you at all, right? This is, I mean, you're a decent man. And like I said to you before this conversation, this is not about you at all, right? I'm hoping that for other pastors and other preachers, maybe if they knew the damage that they do to people sometimes, and not all of them, maybe they would tread cautiously. So, number one thing is children have no business. Children have no business giving their lives to Christ. The way Deeper Life Church introduced Christ to me and my sister and my family, well, when we were youngsters, it was wrong. You, they terrified us to give our lives to Christ. I would never forget going to church that night and watching that movie and being asked, come forward. Of course, a child doesn't want to go to that horrible place that you have just watched on the screen. A child doesn't want that. And so I did not give my life to Christ because I was given uh, um, enough information. I was terrified into giving my life to Christ. And that now I look back and that is complete child abuse. That's number one. And if that is a practice that is still going on in the Deeper Life Church, that's something that folks need to you need to sort out, because if Jesus is loving and if Jesus is kind and Jesus is good, why would Jesus be doing that to children? Why would Jesus be allowing children to come to him with tears in their eyes? Jesus, please take me. And it's sickening. It's anyway, never mind. Let me. And then secondly, sir, when we used to go to Ayobo, the redemption, sorry, not redemption camp, the camp meetings, Ayobo, we used to have sessions, right? When the parents, our parents would go over that way, we will go to the children's section. In the children's section, there was a time will be dedicated for witchcraft, because the church people believed that children can be witches. Within the camp meetings, while the children are away from their parents, the people who were in charge of the children church would tell all the children, some of you in here are witches, and we are going to pray. We're going to call down the fire of the Holy Ghost. If you are a witch, before we start, come out now. And then they will tell the rest of us, close your eyes. If you don't close your eyes, you don't know what can happen to you. We were children when they were saying this to us. And so we will close our eyes. This is for a long period of time. And they will start counting. If you are a witch and you are here, come out now before the fire will burn. And before you know it, I can hear activity going on. Children going to the front, going to the front, right? And then they finally count to number 10 and they start shouting, fire, fire. And then you can hear screaming and shouting. Children, children. We were children.
Okay. Sorry.
Uh, just one second, nearly done.
Okay.
And the children that they've brought to the front, they think are witches. They go and pray for them. They go and heal them and lay hands and do what it is that they do. Now, there was a young lady who was one of the she was from our own local church. She was one of those children that went out as a witch. And then she gave a testimony at the Ayobo. She gave testimony over there that someone gave her witchcraft through food. The witchcraft that she flies at night, and someone gave her witchcraft through food. But praise the Lord, she's been delivered. My mother saw that girl doing, giving testimony. When we got back my home, my mother said, under no circumstance were we to have any relationship with that girl. Nothing. She don't want us. Hey, my mother said, hey, she doesn't want anybody to give her children witchcraft. Though my mother had good intentions because my mother believed that that was a thing. She didn't want any of us to have witchcraft. And so that girl, I avoided the shit out of that girl. I would see her coming down the street. Funke, I still remember her name, Funke. I see her coming down the street. I would run because she's a witch. Even though they've prayed for her, she's been delivered. Just that, this just no. How can I be friends with a witch? But now that I'm an atheist, Funke was not a witch. None of those children were witches. None of those children were witches.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in that program, in those programs, when they ask that whoever is a witch should come out, can you remember like how many of you were there?
Oh, it's a lot. You know Ayobo now. You know what Ayobo looks like. And the children. Maybe then they were not as many as now, because now they've got more numbers. They've got more and more people. But the children's church of Ayobo,
So, like, can we just randomly, like, how many?
maybe 1,000, 2,000. I don't know.
All right, all right. Now, and when that announcement was made, like, can you what percentage of the children came out?
It would be, I mean, compared to the number of children that were there, it would be a very small number.
Okay.
Maybe
Now,
about, maybe about 2% of the population of
to-
children there.
okay, all right. Now, when those prayer, fire, and all that was being said, and they started screaming, falling down, etc. Was there maybe do they sprinkle them anything? Do they try to touch them, or were they
They
doing
told
that on
us
their?
they told us to close our eyes, so I didn't see anything. I don't know what they were doing, but they were laying hands, and the children were rolling on the floor, they were
Okay,
screaming, they were shouting, there was all these things. Yeah,
they were rolling on the floor, right?
yeah.
But you close your eyes. How did you see?
You can hear movement. You can hear cheers scattering and commotion.
Is all right. Is all right. Is all right. Now, after the whole thing, you said one of them came out and said somebody gave her something to eat,
Yeah,
and through that she was initiated.
yes.
Okay. Do you think somebody actually asked her to come out and lie and say that?
I honestly don't know why she would say a thing like that.
So that means she actually came out to say what she has experienced.
She was a child.
Yes,
She was a
she was not
child.
the only. Hold on, she was not the only child there.
She was not the only child there, but she was a child though. Sir, do you believe that children can have? Do you believe that children can be given witchcraft from food that they eat?
Yeah. Listen, when we talk of witch, these are spiritual transaction. It's spiritual. So you see, this is our body, and the body is capable of hosting spirits.
Where would the spirit sit inside us?
Sorry, don't mind me laughing.
No.
Okay.
You said the body is capable of housing or hosting spirits. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Yes.
Where inside us do those spirits lie?
Okay, let me ask you something. When a man dies, have you witnessed such?
Yes, I have cared for a dead person. I've cleaned them up. I have given it's called end of life care. Yes.
It's okay. Okay. Now let me ask you, what happened to that body?
Nothing. They
Why
they
did
they are
why, why
stiff
did the why did the body stop moving?
because all functions, all the functions of the brain, the heart, all of that has ceased to they ceased to function. They've gone.
Why did it cease to function?
Some out of old age. Um, one was illness, an illness they never recovered from.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just different reasons, but this was in the hospital. So when they're there, it's either they're sick, or they're old, an accident.
Now,
So
when
different things.
when a man pass on like that, are there things they do, trying to bring him back?
They try to resuscitate if they can.
Okay. With what?
You've got the shock thing. It's called the defibrillator,
Okay. Now, this
and
is
sometimes CPR. They do
okay,
CPR sometimes.
okay, to get the heart pumping
Pumping.
again and all that. All right. Now, any man you see is made up of spirit, is made up of body, spirit, and soul.
I disagree.
You disagree.
Yes.
Where is the seat of imagination? Your brain?
In
Okay.
here.
Like you can close your eyes right now and you are imagining yourself somewhere. Okay. Now, when a man dies, can he do that?
He ceases to exist. It's done. That cannot happen anymore. It's finished. Done.
Okay. Now, the difference between a man. So you now agree that the same thing that happened to a man happened to a goat.
To a goat.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
What's different between a man and a goat?
The man. One is he's a man, and then that's a goat.
The difference, I mean, in their function.
No, the man is a man, and goat is a goat. I'm not sure I understand the function.
Okay, okay. What I'm trying to say is this: why have you seen a goat that pack themselves together, try to approach a particular goat and said, "We want to um, pick your daughter or your son. We want to do a kind of intermarriage in this area."
Yeah, the goat might not have our level of intelligence. Yeah, our level
Okay.
of intelligence higher than a goat, but we are not very different from a goat. Not
Me,
very different.
we
Goat
are
has four
I'm
legs.
different.
Goat has
We are
four legs. We've got four limbs. We've got
we
four
are
limbs as
we,
well.
we
I
are
mean,
different because
maybe
we
higher in
have
intelligence.
we have Zoe in us, the life of God.
Zoe.
Yes,
We have Zoe in us, and the goat doesn't have Zoe.
yes.
That's not true. sir, I don't believe in God anymore. I don't. So if you tell me that I have the life of God inside of me, I don't believe that. So you're saying that we
You
have
don't
the life of
you don't
God
have to
inside
be
us,
you don't
but
have to you
goats
don't
don't
see.
have the life of God inside them.
Okay, you don't have to believe for it to be true.
Okay, okay, which is fine. I can accept that. But
Okay.
you will then have to prove that I have the life of God inside me.
Okay. Now, for me, right? I told you 15 years ago I gave my life to Christ.
Yeah.
That the spiritual transaction takes place.
Okay.
The difference between myself back then and myself after the encounter, after the experience, right, is that I
Miss
became.
Masani said, Miss Masani said the goat is tasty.
All
Miss
right.
Masani.
Are you
Ah.
with me?
Yes, I am sorry. Sorry about that.
So the difference between my old person, my old being and the me, is that after that transaction, there's a change that takes place.
A change. Okay.
Yes. So for me, that is a proof that I experienced something that is supernatural. Because
Okay.
before that experience, I used to be a womanizer. I At a point I can't even count my girlfriends.
Okay. Okay. Pastor,
Before
you were
that,
I was on
be,
the street.
yeah, before that time, I used to be a drug addict. Before that time, the the things I love to do is to party, clubbing, you know, stealing if I have the opportunity, lying, etc. Now, after that experience, I cut off with all my girlfriends. The power of the addiction was unable to hold me anymore. I hate clubbing, you know. I don't steal. I don't lie. I hate lying. So the things I love to do back then, there's a change in my life that I now begin to hate those things I love to do. So for me, it's an experience. And when I now find myself in this side, I now discover that naturally my friends those days begin to, dissociate from me because we no longer have the same, we no longer have passion for the same thing. Thank you. Congratulations on your sobriety and chastity. God bless you. So, what am I saying is that when I was still doing all those things, I tried on my own to stop them. I couldn't. I don't have the power and abilities to stop them, especially the drug addiction. I tried, to stop it on my own. The more I tried, the more. But after that experience, naturally, I stopped doing them. So, do you now tell me that the experience I had that changed me from what I used to be and who I am now? That's why I said you can't convince a woman that carried pregnancy for 9 months and go through labor and delivery that she doesn't give birth to a child. It's an experience. Of course, we have people today that goes to church, they are still addicted. We have people today that goes to church that they are still womanized, they are still a womanizer. The ability and power to do what? To stop those things is not there. And until you have that experience, a change. So people still go to church and steal. People still goes to church and lie.
Yeah.
So
The,
those ones,
the,
sorry, just a minute. Those ones are Christian by religion. They've not experienced this Christ. And until you experience the Christ, what you are only a religious being. You are never a Christian.
so then they're not until you get that experience, you're
You
not
are
a
not a
Christian.
Christian. A Christian is someone that is Christ like. And you cannot be a Christ like until you have encountered Christ, until that transaction has been, what Jesus Christ have done.
Transaction. When you say
Yes.
a transaction is a two-way system. Give, take.
Mm.
So this transaction into being a Christian, I'm not sure how does that work. A
Okay.
transaction.
All right. You know what I was doing before? I was living
Yeah,
for
this
myself.
is this is this is hold on. This is a very important point by Travis here. You can't be older than 33 and be Christ. Because when we're talking Christ like, I can show you several texts where Jesus was a very horrible individual. I would not want to be Christ like. When he pointed at the fig tree and caused the fig tree to wither, if I went about now causing all the trees to wither, they will say I'm crazy. They will do everything to stop me because that is me. Now that we're talking about um, the ecosystem and reserving nature and preserving nature. If I looked at some other things that Jesus did, Jesus called people brood of vipers. Called that woman a dog. He went into the church and he was beating the people in the church. He could have handled that a bit better. He could have said to them, "Please, can you remove your things?" You understand? So when you say to be Christ-like, no, I do not want to be Christ-like because there are some of Christ's behavior that were horrible. He behaved horribly.
Okay. Let me ask you, that tree that Jesus Christ caused, right? Was that the only tree around then?
It was not the only tree around there. No,
Now, do you ask why the tree remained the only tree that was caused?
I don't know. The tree didn't do anything to Jesus.
This is what happened. I told you before that Jesus is God. You said you don't believe it.
No, I don't.
Okay, this is what happened. The tree, as at that time, Jesus was expecting fruit from that tree, and that tree was not bearing
No,
fruit.
no. The fruit,
Oh,
it
oh,
was not the season for it to bear fruit.
hold
That
on,
was not the season. The
hold
scripture
on.
says that that was not the season. Wait, hold on. See if I can find that particular. It was not the season. Jesus curses the fig tree. It was not the season for the fig tree to be in bloom. Hold on. Okay, let's see if I can show this to you. Okay, let me hold on 1 second, sir. Let me present this. Guys, please don't forget to give the stream a like, please. Like, please, share, share, share. And yeah, and share as well. Give it a like and share, please. Okay. The next day, as they were leaving Bethany, Jesus was hungry. Seeing in the distance a fig tree in leaf, he went to find out if it had any fruit. When he reached it, he found nothing but leaves because it was not the season for figs. It was not the season. Then he said to the tree, may no one ever eat fruit from you again. The tree was not in, it was not the season. Why would Jesus do something like this?
Actually, Jesus is the creator. He created the fig tree, right?
So, because he created it, he can damage it when he wants.
If you purchase, maybe you own some eggs, do you need to take excuse from anyone before you fry them?
No, you don't.
So, and
Mm.
the egg supposed to be uh, telling you, you why do you have to fry me at a time like this when you know it is not time? Travis Shatton, may God have mercy on your soul. So, let's go back to our discussion.
Okay. We're going to just do 10 more minutes, and then we can actually come back again during the week or sometime if you would like, please.
Is that right?
Because I've got another stream lined up. You can come and join in the chat, just have a look, and I'm going to be talking about Islam in a minute.
I've had a very long day, you know.
Okay, oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I just
absolutely
have.
fine.
So please go ahead with your question. So, like
No,
I've said,
go on, go on.
Christianity is humanity. Sorry, divinity expressed in humanity.
Divinity expressed in
Humanity.
humanity.
Yeah.
And that's something I do not understand at all.
Mm.
I do not understand how um humanity can be how um humanity can express divinity when divinity in question we've got no evidence for. There are so many gods out there.
Listen,
So many
that's what
gods. So how do we know that this divinity is in fact Jesus and his father?
you know that you know it through those that have experienced it. How do you know there's a light in your house
Sorry,
before
you say I would know this divinity by the people that have experienced it, or the people that lie, steal, cheat, commit sin, those ones.
no, you can't claim you've experienced divinity when you still lie, you cheat, you fornicate, you do all that. No, you actually express divinity in humanity when people begin to see, the ability to do what others cannot do. They find it difficult to do, you do it easily, right? Go ahead, please.
Okay. Um. You see, these are just some of the things that I looked at in the Bible, and I could not make sense of a lot of these things. I struggled, and I still struggle till now. Most of the like example, I did a video, I put out a video on Ananias and Sapphira, and that story of Ananias and Sapphira, I'm sorry, I cannot reason with that story. Is everything wrong with the idea that Ananias and Sapphira had a piece of land? It was theirs. They decided to keep some money for themselves. I don't know. Maybe they were saving it for a rainy day. I don't know what exactly happened. But
Well,
husband and wife came
if
together and agreed that we would keep some money and give some to the church. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. But Ananias and Sapphira were both killed because they gave only some of the money of their plot of land to the church at the hands of Peter. Peter, who was the cornerstone of Christianity, causing the death of this couple. Why? Because of a piece of land that uh, um, it was theirs. It was theirs. I don't know. Those kind of stories, when I see that in the Bible, I'm sorry. I can't look at this and say, "Ah,
okay,
this is a good book."
let me ask you. Did you believe that that actually happened?
I don't actually. No.
Then if you don't, there's no reason talking about it.
But it's in the Bible. Christians believe that it happened.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that if it happened, do you ask your question? Do you ask yourself, no, it's not as if somebody carried a stick and hit them, or a knife or something. So that shows there's a divine being that controls the physical.
That's not the issue. The issue is
Is
that
the
plot of
issue.
land
Okay, the issue
belonged
is
to
this.
them.
Yes, the issue is this. If you own a land, right? You sold the land, the whole money belongs to you. Nobody forced you to give a dime. And if
Exactly.
if you decide to say, okay, I want to give, you now said, okay, take this. This is my contribution. Fine.
Yeah. Yes. That's exactly what they did.
No, this is
But
what they did.
what did they do?
They said, we sold our land,
Mhm.
and this is the whole thing we got from the transaction.
Okay.
Now, what they were trying to do,
So they lied. They lied.
hold on. What they were trying to do is that I told you that a man that experienced Christ will not do all those things. So what they were trying to do is actually to claim they've experienced what they've not experienced. So, and God had to, you know, prove to the people around that their claim was false. Not the money. The money is not the issue.
Okay. So
Because
Jesus trying to prove that their claim was false. Did Jesus have to kill them to prove that?
they killed themselves.
They did not kill themselves.
They lied.
We did not kill themselves. Sir, we all lie every day. We all
No,
lie
that's not.
every day. We don't get
We,
killed.
we are not all liars.
Yeah, but
We
people
are,
lie every day. They don't get killed.
of
Why
course,
why why is Ananias and Sapphira getting killed for something that belonged to them?
because that place they find themselves is they are in the midst of the believer. They are in the sorry, they are in the midst of the Christian,
So
right? And the presence of the Holy Spirit was there. you can't lie in that atmosphere and go free.
Okay, how about they just put them in jail for lying then instead of killing them?
What
Couldn't
jail?
we
Were
couldn't
the
we
disciples the
do
one that
something? Okay,
killed them?
punish them, maybe get them to stand on the wall for 10 hours, right? Tell them,
Were
okay, you stand
were
there
the
10
were
hours
the
for
the
lying,
disciples the
then
disciples
kill
were not
them.
the one that killed them. The disciples were not the one that killed them.
Who did? Who killed them?
They lied to the Holy Spirit, and the
Yeah,
result
who
of
killed,
that is
who
death.
killed? So God killed them.
Yes, they died of their what's it called? You know, it's just like when you already have a law in place that if you did do this, this is the repercussion. So if you go and violate the law, is it the person that put the law that kill you?
Yeah, I mean, you've already said it's God that killed them. Because
No, listen, as if they
I'm sure
kill
they did
themselves.
not, they didn't, no, they didn't.
They do.
All they did was keep some money for themselves, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing. If you cannot try, look, you cannot today. You can't take Ananias and Sapphira to court for what they did. You can't say to a judge, these two people had their own plot of land. Yeah, it's their land, judge, and they decided to keep some money for themselves and give some money to the church. Judge, do you think you can try them and put them in jail? The judge will ask you, "Are you crazy? Are you okay? Did they steal your money? No. Did they take money that did not belong to them? No. It's their money. How are you going to tell that to the judge or anybody?"
Okay, let me say this. The Every action has consequence, right?
Mhm.
Every action has consequence. And now we talk about the fig tree, we talk about Ananias and Sapphira. Those
Yes.
things are actually there to talk to me and to talk to everyone that cares to listen. That our life supposed to bear fruit. And those ones that fail to bear fruit, a time is coming. What happened to the fig tree will happen to them. For Ananias and Sapphira, Lucifer, the devil, is the father of all liars. And all liars will have their part in the lake of fire. So, can we proceed?
No,
I
no, I
will
think
actually,
that's actually it for now because I need to start the other live
it's all
in
right.
about two
I think
minutes. But
maybe we'll have to schedule another day.
oh yes, absolutely. I think the people are very interested in the things that you are saying. I can see most of their comments, but I'm not putting them up because
Is
I
okay.
don't want them, guys. The only reason why Pastor is here is because I promised him that I'm not coming after him. I'm not trying to disrespect him or anything because he's a very kind man, to be honest to himself. And so this was not, in fact, this has gone the way I didn't plan for it to go. The plan was to tell him he pastors the very church that I am totally against. The very church that he's one of the pastors of, the church that I grew up in. There are a lot of people now speaking up actively against that church. There are threads on Reddit, there are threads on different platforms. People are sharing their experiences. That pastor denied people of a childhood. That pastor, he told us we could not watch television. He told us that the television would bring the demons into the home or something. I don't know. Today,
You know,
he is on television, the man.
those are discussion for another. There are a lot of things we are here to touch. We are here to touch on the divorce and separation. We
Yes,
are here to
yes, I would
touch on
love. I would
you
love.
know
You seem very kind
Christian
and
Christian code of dressing,
ay
etc.
ay ay.
There are lots we are here to touch. I think
Yes,
we'll still have to schedule this for another time.
another day. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, though, guys. I'm sure you guys, I know you guys most of what you were saying. Some of you were like, no, but at least he's kind enough to have a conversation, and this is not, at least he's living with a smile on his face, and I'm living with this, even though he was, yeah. But sir, thank you very much. Thank you
It's
very
my
much. And
it's my
I
pleasure.
would be in your DMs, contacting you again so we can
Exactly.
schedule, and hopefully the next time when we come, we would go into more the details about the code of the church. Why they tell people don't dress this way, don't do this, don't do that. Why? Why do you do this to people? Why does the church take such an active stand? And why does the church think that it is right to impose their lives, to impose on the people that come to the church, right? This is it's wrong on so many levels, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
So
very much, sir.
finally, before I go, I want to say, God is love, and He loves everyone, regardless of whatever we're doing, whatever we believe or not. You know, God is love, because for Him to actually help me out of what I was going through, my addiction, and bringing me out, and making it possible for somebody like me to sit on this platform today, is just His love.
Hmm.
It's just His
Well,
love.
just one quick second. One quick second. For any of you, there's 12 of you watching. Is there any of you that went through addictions, went through things, right? And today, you're no longer addicted to those things, and yet you're not a Christian. You're not, you didn't need God to help you get over those things. Is anybody here like that? Because I don't think you need God necessarily to get over addictions. You can go to rehab. You can, find other methods and other things. I don't know. I that's yeah.
Okay,
Well,
for me, I never paid them. I never been to any rehab whatsoever. It
okay.
was divine help. Then program response. Okay, so like I've said, God is love. He love everyone. He love everyone, and He want us to also
Love,
um,
love him in return.
love others. You know, to prove to Him that really we've experienced His love. So that is it. But the thing is this, God's love has is like an elastic. It has limits. So I pray we don't take it to the
God's
limit.
love has limits.
Yes,
Okay.
is God of
Is that
love.
is that hell? Is that hellfire? Is his limit hellfire?
Is God of love. Is also God of judgment. So
Okay.
yes, I
Okay.
pray it give you understanding. So thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you
And
very much, sir. I do appreciate God of love and God of judgment. Anyway, guys, I am back in exactly, let's see, I've moved the time. But join me in about 6 minutes. I'm gonna close this one down and then come back on. We're talking Islam, reverts, and the things they do not tell reverts. A lot of reverts, they're reverting, but hello, these people, they're reverting and they're struggling. How are you reverting and you're busy struggling? Why didn't they tell you that as a revert, you are going to struggle? right? So, guys, join me in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I'll be back. But guys, you all please do say thank you to our pastor evangelist, and he will be back. When do you reckon you'll be back? At the weekend, sir? Weekend? As I've enjoyed this conversation.
I think
We'll fix the time.
yes, we'll fix the time. We'll talk about that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, guys, everyone. Um, I'll see you soon. Pastor, thank you very much, sir. And
Thank
my
you.
love to your family. Guys, he's got a 1-month-old baby, by the way. He's got a teeny weeny baby. A teeny weeny baby. Ah, thank you very much. Ex church girl, hello. Good to see you. Iron Charity here. Ronnie, hi. Guys, please join me in about 5 minutes. I'll see you guys soon. Pastor, thank you. Everyone, bye bye.